Can you even imagine a life without arms and legs? Even though they have all 4 arms and legs, they hate their appearance, and in a childish society, even though they have lost everything at birth, there are not without efforts on this earth who have turned every loss into a disguised blessing for life. The more the struggle, the more glorious the victory. Saying this, in the face of 1,000 challenges, he successfully overcame his life's struggle, a world-renowned great man. His name is Nicholas James Vujicic, or Nick Vujicic. He was born in 1982 in Melbourne, Australia to Dushka and Boris, but unfortunately, it was not an ordinary human birth. Born with an extremely rare genetic disorder called Tetra Amelia Syndrome, Nick was born without any arms and legs. There were only 2 small parts of the legs that had just grown, and one of them had 2 fingers. Nick's favor only had those 2 fingers forever. Vujicic's life path was by no means a smooth path of flowers. Victorian state law at the time prevented Nick from entering a mainstream school due to his physical disability. The society at that time was not humane enough to look at him sympathetically, and because of this, he became a major target of school bullies, which left him deeply depressed. The helplessness and loneliness that had engulfed Nick's soul, which had passed without any hope, eventually led him to commit suicide. At the age of 10, Nick tried to commit suicide by drowning in the bathtub, but luckily, his life was saved. The boundless love and affection he had for his parents was also a strong obstacle for him to take his own life. He also stated in his "Something More" music video that God had a plan for his life, and because of this he could not drown. Nick prayed very hard in the morning and evening for God to give him arms and legs, and if his prayers were not answered, Nick first told God that he would not praise him forever. However, as a result of this faith, Nick faced countless challenges in life in order to find his purpose. Discovered a surprising strategy that turned obstacles into opportunities. A turning point in Nick's life came when his mother showed him a newspaper article that said, "Your body shape will never stop you from winning." From then on, Nick realized that he was not unique in his struggles and began to overcome his lack of arms and legs. Nick, who was always worried about his lack of arms and legs, always thought that he was a special character among ordinary people. God's love is so real that He created you to prove it. Accordingly, Nick, who until now thought negatively that he was cursed by God, realized that he was God's strange creation and was grateful for his life. His heart was armed with positive thoughts enough to make his limbless life a life without limits. Nick gradually discovered how to live a full life without arms and legs. Nick deliberately began to master many of the daily skills that amputees would do without thinking. Nick learned to write with 2 toes on his left foot and a slip grip on his big toe. Taught to use a computer, he could type 45 words per minute using his heels and fingers. In addition to golf, swimming, and skydiving, he learned to throw tennis balls, play the drums as well, and brush his hair, dress, and undress. In secondary school, he was elected captain of McGregor County, Queensland, and also worked with the Student Council on fundraising events for local charities and disability businesses. Nick, who completed his accounting degree from Greenth University at the age of 21, started his non-profit organization, Life Without Limbs, in 2005. In the same year, Nick won the Australian of the Year award among the million people with 4 arms and legs, showing the world that strength of mind is needed, not strength of body. Moreover, Nick Vujicic, who founded an organization called Attitude is Altitude in 2007, is not only a mentor and motivational speaker on mental development and youth issues, but also a world-renowned speaker, New York Times best-selling author, coach, and entrepreneur. Millions of people around the world have found hope, purpose, and strength to overcome their challenges through Nick's inspirational stories and powerful coaching. However, Nick Vujicic's sad life story, who even tried to commit suicide in the face of the loss of life, has touched the lives of thousands of people today. There is no doubt that it has been a powerful stimulus capable of turning 180. Believing that his unusual body is a blessing and not a disadvantage, Nick was also lucky enough to be married to his beloved beauty Kane Mihora. Nick, who owned everything except his arms and legs, is now a loving husband of Mihora and a loving father of 4 children. Dedicated to adding invaluable value to his life, Nick Vujicic is a true genius. So, if we can look at life from a positive angle to highlight the silver lining of success hidden in the black cloud of every failure, we can challenge even a cruel fate.